I'm John Fornishon.
And I'm Robert Parker, and we are Nickel Coffee.
We're going to take you with us today to Santa Cruz and SoCal, California. We do the two together because they're literally about a block apart.
John and I have a nice long list of shops that we're going to go to and things that we were recommended by other pickers to go check out. So it should be a fun show.
Well, we're here, beautiful SoCal, California, a spot I've always wanted to come to, and we're here at Crawford's Antiques, and I've been told by a lot of people this is a wonderful little spot to go to, and it looks like they've got two buildings here, which we're gonna check out. I'm excited. Let's go see what we find. The first part of it, as you get to the shop, was a wonderful little, kind of a lean-to off the main building. Well, it looks like before we even get indoors here, we've got a wonderful architectural section here with all these incredible, wonderful old building front posts. And looks like we got green shutters and some beautiful fretwork here. This is just my kind of spot. It's not quite as good as a barn, but it's the next best thing. It's filled with great architectural stuff. We've got doors and columns and more shutters. This is really cool. There were columns and chunks of banisters. Look at that. I love it. There, it was terrific. Lots of great colors and
yeah, it was really cool.
It was really kind of fun stuff. I mean, look at this. This is just really the best. We got windows and Adirondack furniture, benches. This is really wonderful. He obviously had an eye. I've got to tell you this, I'm a chop block guy. There was this incredible chop block that was made from the stump of a tree. It had to be probably 36 inches across. This beautiful round one is magnificent. Beautiful, nice old worn finish on it. Woo! This is a killer. Priced at $650. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, look how lucky we are. I mean, this is really a treat and well worth the thing. Then we went into the main room and there was this beautiful built-in cabinet that had to be 8 by 15 feet. It was just spectacular. I mean, this is a beautiful, all the beautiful porcelain cast iron on it.
Whew, expensive though. I don't remember how much it was.
$3,800.
$3,800 bucks.
And it didn't allow us much room. This is a beauty. Don't see a price, so I don't know. We can certainly ask about it, but this is beautiful. I kind of stay away from enormously large things because they're so hard to place. I like to kind of keep, we try to keep it moving through pretty quick. I mean, we've got some incredible stuff through here. Great primitive stuff.
Everything was great. It was just nothing that we saw at first was really pickers' prices. Everything was retail, which it's a shop, so that's what you get.
Wonderful farm table. It's really one of the most unique farm tables I've seen. It's got a beautiful center leg to it. I don't know if we can get down there. It was a big 3-board table, 11 feet, over 11 feet long. This is really beautiful. It's about 10 feet. It's a 3-board top, which is absolutely stunning. Beautifully weathered and worn, and kids had carved their names in it over the years. I don't know if there will be any room in it for us to buy, but we're going to check into it and see. It was actually an Amish table. It has these beautiful splayed legs on it. They're not perfectly up and down. We're going to check into this one for sure. This is really wonderful. Robert, I don't know if you can you get a shot of this and see if we can see that center leg?
Yeah.
The proportions are beautiful on it. We were lucky enough that John here, Mr. John Robert Crawford, which is kind of interesting. We worked out a deal so we could take that incredible chop block home, and I'm pretty jazzed about that. And he's working on that great farm table for us. So we did all right here at Crawford's.
After we left, John Robert Crawford gave us the names of a few antique shops that we could look at, and we decided to look at some on our own. We went to this particular antique shop, which we choose not to name. John had just a few things to say about it.
Well, I've got a lot of comments. I mean, it was all, half of it was brand new, decorated to death. I got a little tip for everybody that's antiquing. When I'm picking and antiquing, that's what I want to see. If I wanted a gift shop, I'd go to a gift shop. If you walk in the door and they're selling potpourri, turn around and walk out. No self-respecting antique shops could be selling potpourri. Overpriced, too shiny. It was just totally ridiculous, and don't ever waste your time in those shops. It's my opinion, and I do have opinions. But anyway, we're on to the next one, and I think the next one hopefully will be better.
After that, we actually went to a pretty cool antique shop, Center Street Antiques in SoCal.
I like to have unique things like this bird cage, sort of French style, be great out on a patio, on a bistro table to look at from afar.
Now you're going to do candlestick one day too, aren't you?
I hope so.
We would love to see you out there. That'd be
It's
fun.
great to meet you guys.
It's good to meet you too. Thank you, and I love the birthday.
Have fun with it.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're here at Center Street Antiques, and we just walked over here to Trader's Emporium and checked it out. And not grandma.
That's a 1 minute run. We're still on our journey in wonderful Santa Cruz. We decided to leave the surfboard in the car. At the moment, we're right here at Saffron in Guinevere. It's a stunning shop, very decoratory. They've got exquisite taste, so we're going to head on in the door and we're going to say hi to Scarlett. It is such a wonderful shop, and the fact that we've got sort of a Swedish look. Very clean lined, a little French, as you can see here, these wonderful pillows, all done with burlaps, and it's just exquisite. Very clean lined, very handsome. They've been able to work in a little industrial lighting that's been recycled, which is a killer touch to any kind of a room. When you go through this shop, you're going to see just how really painfully talented they are. They're terrific. You're going to love it. I highly recommend you see this store. Beautiful, beautiful chippy paint, great color, and they're using it as like a coffee table. It's a wonderful idea to do. They're not afraid to be creative with any of this recycled treasures that they have to find. Great idea, fabulous job. Great idea what they've done here. They've taken this old cabinet, old wooden thing, and they've covered it in the wire, and it's killer. Look at this. I mean, it's grayed out. It's just got the right texture. Beautiful blue chippy paint trunk here. Just a beautiful look and a wonderful way to, again, to recycle. This is really one of my favorite things in the store. They've taken an old industrial table, as we can see here, all rusted. A new top on it, beautiful weather top on it. It's now a kitchen island. Just a stunning example of what you can do with recycled and repurposed items that you find. Just terrific. We love it. It's Scarlett, I hope.
Scarlett, hi.
We got Scarlett, and she's done a great job. You're responsible for this.
This is my shop.
Kind of a modern, contemporary look to it. It is stunningly done. I think it's a must-see for anybody in the Santa Cruz, SoCal area.
Now we're at Arbor Antiques. They have their own garden back here, all set up, and it's actually huge. Big garden.
Some new, some old, but some of it just really wonderful. The grounds alone are well worth a trip here to see Dabney. She is the proprietor of the shop. We're going to trot on through the garden and see what we can find. And we'll head inside and Dabney can give us the lowdown on this French crepe stove. You know, we've got some little loving hands at home, which are kind of fun though. These are little rock balanced sculptures that are kind of fun. She specializes in gates. We've got one right over here that is quite wonderful, which I'd like to show you. This is just a beautiful old heavy iron garden gate, which is spectacular. We're gonna head for the garden right now. It was a house at one time, and the gardens at one time were pretty elaborate. They've managed to put this shop together in little different vignettes throughout this garden, as you can see. All right, so here we are. Dabney is going to explain a little something here that I've taken a liking to, and it's this industrial table that I think is really hot. It looks like we've got some old stove legs here, which are incredible. They've all been sort of steel-wooled and sandblasted down. They're hot. It's a perfect island size, so who's ever manufactured this, it's a great size. We're going to talk to Dabney and see if she can get whoever this designer is to come up with old parts for us and get us an island made like it. We think it's terrific.
It is wonderful. This was designed and put together, assembled by my friend Lori Wilkinson, the fabulous designer here in Santa Cruz. She's also a welder. These are corner pieces from off an old sea chest. She added the galvanized top here. I'd love for you to come and visit me here at Arbor Antiques and Garden Shop, directly behind the Toys R Us building and the new Marshalls.
And we got another treat. Dabney's going to take us inside. We're going to show you this crepe stove that you were going to die for. Let's go in. Well, we are blessed to see a stove like this, which frankly, I've never seen one.
This is an antique, probably turn of the last century, maybe 1890. And the way this unit worked, it was probably in a restaurant, and this would have been attached to the wall. And here we have the burner, where we would put our coal, heat it up, and that would fire up this whole grill. You pour your crepe batter on, and you flip your crepes, and in the meantime your sauces or whatever, your fillings are cooking on
getting hot. Wonderful.
Here. It also has this great warming oven.
And it looks like it's enamel, is this correct?
That's correct. This is all enamel, and it's got this wonderful hand painting on it.
Absolutely beautiful. Never seen one like it. We got one more interesting thing that she had asked me about, and I just happen to know a little bit about this. So we're going to go into the other room, and we're going to talk about an English sideboard. We've moved into the kind of the living room area, or dining room, and Dabney has this beautiful oak, as you can see, beautifully carved oak sideboard. It just so happens that in my earlier years, I imported lots and lots of stuff out of England, and this happens to be an English container item. Beautifully carved. It has the silver drawer in here, which would have been all outfitted for all your silver. The mirror, of course, was just to reflect what else was in the room and make the room bigger. One unique thing about all these, they all carried this little box in here, which would have pulled out. It would have been lead lined or zinc lined. This would have been a wine box. Your wine bottles would have gone in to be chilled for dinner. It's really a beautiful sideboard, and I think still very, very important to have it in a dining room at this time.
Well, thanks for watching this Nickel Coffee episode, and if you ever want to subscribe so that you know when more shows are coming, be sure to click the link. I think it's in the top left of the window here. That way, every time we make a new video, you'll get emailed and you'll know about it.
And it's free. It doesn't cost anything. It's all free. We'd love your comments, your suggestions, anything to make the show better.
If you have a barn, or if you have several different antiques that you'd like to have looked at, you can email us at nickelcoffee@gmail.com.
Include your phone number so we can call you ahead of time. Please tell you what we know about what you got, and who knows, maybe we'll even buy it from you.
Thanks very much for watching, and stay tuned for the next one.